Our expectation for each match is always get the 6 points. We know that it's one of the most difficult teams in the league, maybe one of the favorites to reach the title, but we have to give our best and start with all the strong possible, and we will try to get the 6 points.
For this match, like always, we want to win. We want 6 points. We train hard for the beginning of the season, and we want to make as good as the last season.
Yep, so they were the two teams there, Celtic and AS Monaco. Of course, AS Monaco, Harry, as we've talked about time and time again, firm favourite again this year after a long history in the competition. Celtic, it's kind of all new, isn't it? How do you see this game sort of planning out?
Well, Celtic, one of the big movers and shakers, of course, in the eFootball.Pro league. They weren't happy with their results last season, and Dominator and Indajawa have moved further afield onto a different eFootball.Pro club we'll see later on today. They stay within the eFootball.Pro family, but yeah, they've gone for a bit of a different lineup. Umbi, of course, the eFootball Open World finalist in 2020. And Pata Negra, of course, the oldest player in the league, 20 years after first playing PES, now finds himself as a pro player on Celtic FC. So a bit of a nice storyline there, a bit of a baptism by fire for them here, going up against the two-time eFootball.Pro champions AS Monaco, who I think, Adam, will be licking their lips after seeing the previous match result. Just 2 points for both Juventus and Bayern Munchen, who no doubt they will see as their biggest rivals here.
Yep, straight away they can look at this as 4 points gained if they are able to get 6 points from these two games, which on paper would suggest that would be the case. But of course, as we mentioned right at the start of today's proceedings, one of the best things about this competition is the unknown. And there's a couple of players here starting for Celtic that are certainly going to show what they're made of at the top level. As Jorka's been on the big stage before, but it's a fairly inexperienced squad that lines up for the Scottish Giants as they have the chance to really start the game like a house on fire, as Edouard now has the chance to possibly get the shot away, but one back, and now Gelson Martins for AS Monaco just trying to calm proceedings down out towards this left-hand side, and now AS Monaco can begin as it's played through to Volland. We know that AS Monaco last season created so much danger through the heart of the midfield, firing it in towards the number 10 position, almost the cam, just on the edge of the penalty area, and then they were able to ping balls off him and run in behind to create those chances. And that might be a similar sort of thing this season, as not a lot has changed in the camp. 7 minutes gone here, and it started well for Celtic, but they weren't able to create anything of note. And now AS Monaco skipping towards the danger, turn towards goal, and the near post, and the net bustles. But it bustles because of a player and not the ball. And the goalkeeper claims nice and easy and clears downfield. 10 minutes gone, Celtic 0, AS Monaco 0. And now Pellegrini. One back by Taylor, and he's under severe pressure here from the Monaco contingent. Hacked away. This is a real baptism of fire, as Harry mentioned earlier, for Celtic and their new lineup, playing against a team that was tipped widely to win the competition last season, and they were looking in pole position for large periods of the season until, of course, the global pandemic struck and affected many things in this world that we knew before, and they weren't quite able to come out of it in the way they would have necessarily wanted. Of course, Bayern Munich winning that cup competition. It was redesigned as a result. But it may well be that they will start this season how they finished the end of the regular season at the top of the tree, as Henderson now picks the ball up and turns it out towards Forrest on this right-hand side. First real chance for Celtic to gain a bit of momentum after that initial couple of minutes. They've been under the cosh, but again won back by AS Monaco. A real suffocating performance here from the French champions as Pellegrini turns it in. And it looks like it was Kilju who might have got the final touch. As Maccabeil on your screen there has had a wealth of experience in this game, as has Lotfi. And together, as a trio, they produce some absolutely outstanding football. And again, as I mentioned at the start of the game, that cam position, that number 10, was utilised again there. The runners off him and turned into the bottom left-hand corner. A clinical finish, and just what AS Monaco really, on the scheme of things, deserve. So, where does Celtic go from here?
Well, it kills you.
Harry, what have you seen?
Adam, an absolutely tremendous start for him. He was at the top of the goal-scoring charts, I believe, before play was suspended last season. As well, there's another chance there, and it's Maccabeil this time who turns it home. A man who was in the top 3 of the leading goal scorers chart last season. You didn't even get a chance to commentate that one, Adam, because I was too busy waffling on about stats. And well, we called it a baptism by fire, didn't we? They're 2-0 down here in the first half.
Yeah, you lost your words as it was pinging around the penalty box, and the Celtic defenders lost their markers as they allowed a simple run across the front, and he just poked the ball into the bottom right-hand corner. And this is really worrying times here for Celtic, because AS Monaco have got the bit between the teeth. They're 2-0 to the good. They're playing some wonderful football, and they need a response here, the Scottish Giants. And they've got a free kick, have they, on the edge of the area? No, it's gone the other way, Harry, and all to do now.
Yeah, all to do. And I think Celtic here are finding out in this first game, as every other eFootball.Pro club in history has found out, that once AS Monaco starts scoring, it's very difficult to get them to stop scoring. And, well, I'm trying to think of ways that you can do that as we take a look at the updated goals leaderboard. I mean, keeping possession's a great way to do it. We spoke about it in the Bayern Munich Juventus game. You keep the ball away from your opposition, and it's difficult for them to really get into the game. But so far, it seems to be Monaco employing that tactic against Celtic. These newcomers, obviously this Celtic FC team built around Horta, who debuted for the team last season, I believe. And there's a chance
there. Was a mistake here. I'm going to cut you off, Harry, because he's in here on the left-hand side. Turn down the goalkeeper. What a finish. And that's exactly what Celtic deserve in the last 5 minutes. They've played some neat stuff. And Harry, it's game on.
Let's try.
Yeah, you can hear from them here. Let's try. Nice pass, and it really was. Opened up the entire chance here for Horcha, the man we were just speaking about. Played for Celtic, debuted for Celtic last season, had a bit of a decent campaign. Obviously, again, not where they wanted to be in terms of league table position, but, well, he's built this new team around himself, and, well, he is the goal scorer. And a fantastic way to get back into this game, just to show that to the reigning champions that, hey, you're in a game here, we can score goals too. But ultimately, I think a massive mistake from AS Monaco.
Yeah, but they're in again here. I'm going to go back to that goal. As soon as possession has been won back by Celtic, pinched high, of course, by Celtic. That high press, 2-on-1, and I mean, would that go down as a mistake for you from the pass, Harry, or do you think that was just really intelligent press from Celtic to nick that ball there?
Well, it depends if you're an optimist or a pessimist, really. For me, I think it's a bit of a defensive mistake from AS Monaco. You have to be aware of the high press from Celtic. If you expect them to feed off scraps, don't even give them the scraps. And, well, it's a bit of a gift, really, just before half-time, isn't it, with the break rapidly approaching, to just leave the door open a crack to Celtic here. It could be very dangerous.
Yeah, it looked a little bit lackadaisical from my point of view from up here. I keep saying up here because that's how it feels. It feels like I'm up in the stadium, even if I'm sat in my home, as the ball gets played up towards the goalkeeper, who punches away. Yeah, it just felt that Monaco were going through the motions a little bit because they felt they started the game so well. They thought they could just continue to cruise, but that is certainly not the case.
Well, it's as I said previous. Although they have conceded, AS Monaco, once they do start scoring, it's difficult to get them to stop. And, well, I feel as if Celtic might have to enter this as a good old-fashioned shootout. Not a penalty shootout, but a goal shootout. We could see many more goals to come here in the second half, and maybe even in the first.
Volland played in towards Pellegrini, hacked away by Duffy. Brilliant defending as he came across, read the danger superbly there. And Gjorka, the captain, is putting in a man of the match performance so far as the ball gets played through. Easy save in the end, but a few little warning signs at the end of the first half. But crucially, like we said in the opening match, Harry, just the one goal in it at half-time.
Yeah, and importantly as well, one of the statistics we saw just there on the screen, only one shot for Celtic, one goal, only 2 shots for Monaco. 2 goals. So that's the level of play that we're dealing with here in the eFootball.Pro. Absolutely clinical finishing by both clubs. But you just feel like Celtic need to really prove to Monaco that they're in this game, to fashion a chance from open play, because the one chance that they've had so far that they converted, of course, in my eyes, came from a bit of a lapse in concentration, if you will, from AS Monaco. So hopefully we can see a rejuvenated Celtic here in the second half. And I just feel like, though, Adam, if Monaco are able to get this next goal, it might just be curtains.
Yeah, it could really play into the hands as Celtic then would have to press. I mean, might Celtic be looking at it, you know, if they were to concede a third, do you think they might want to try and keep the score down, thinking about that second game? Or do you think they would try and, you know, go all guns blazing? What are you sensing from these sort of new players that are gelling together?
Well, of course, you want to get reps in, don't you? You want to feel what it's like on the biggest stage, and you want to try and settle yourself in. As we said before, it's one of the worst situations to start your eFootball.Pro career off in, is going up against AS Monaco. But at the same time, there is that lack of expectation of you because you are debutants here, aside from Horta, of course. You know, no one expects you to beat Monaco, so why not give it a go?
Oh, it's another stunning save down to his left-hand side. Another thing to think about, Harry, is, of course, that playing against one of the favourites in the opening fixture, they might not be quite as well-oiled as possibly in the new year after the Christmas break, when they've had a few more weeks to play together, because even though they have played together a lot over the last couple of years, you know, it's a new season. You know, they may not have been quite at it at the races in this first week, so maybe a good time to play them.
Yeah, if you want to get it out of the way, why not get it out of the way first as well? But it's an interesting point you raise. If I'm Celtic, I do try and keep it close as an objective, maybe going into that final 20 minutes of this first game, but also taking into consideration goal difference, right? When we think about the teams that make the playoff round, sometimes it can be that close that the goals that you concede against the big teams like AS Monaco can be the difference. So if you can keep it close in these 2 games, there's a real chance of it paying dividends later on down the season.
Well, close it is. We keep applauding Monaco for their attacking talent, but the simple fact is it's Celtic 1, AS Monaco 2. We are still in a close battle, and of course we know the talent Celtic have. You know, they're here on merit. Some fantastic individual players. Can they gel together? Well, they're gelling here all right as the ball gets whipped across the goalkeeper. He went down, and it's just a whisker wide of the far post, Harry, and that was a good move.
It was well defended there by one of the Monaco players. I think it was Lotfi. I'll get confirmation of that. In fact, it was indeed Lotfi covering the player for the square ball in the box to make that a more surefire chance. But well, Celtic are starting to fashion a couple of chances here, and well, the longer this game ticks on, the more confidence that they'll get, and well, the more that Monaco might be thinking, hang on, we need to be a bit more sure defensively if we're going to win this game.
Oh, but he's in here, Volland. A stunning save. I'm not quite sure whether that was a poor finish or not until we see the replay, because he looked to have hit it really well on his left-hand side, and it looked like a really strong hand from the goalkeeper. Oh, it has to go down as a great save.
Yeah, really nice save from the captain, Horcha, of course, sparing his team's blushes, and that's going to frustrate AS Monaco in terms of them feeling like they should be burying these chances. And again, Adam, it just feels like the longer this match goes on, the more the pendulum almost swings in Celtic's favour, because they are sneaking a couple of chances in here and there. Look at the response, though, on that right-hand side. The Monaco team are not very happy with how things have gone so far. They've thrown the kitchen sink there up top.
I'm just looking at that. I was just looking at that formation. Does that surprise you, Harry? Seeing the almost like the Brazil of old, the four up front.
It doesn't surprise me too much, honestly. I mean, we know AS Monaco, not renowned for their defensive work. They are known for scoring goals in bunches, so seeing that does not surprise me whatsoever.
Of course, if we were to get an equalising goal, we could start calling this the 2-2 Football Pro. Sorry, that was a really bad one.
I won't catch on, no.
So, corner to be taken on this near touchline. Whipped in towards that near post. Goalkeeper comes, punches. Back in Monaco possession. They're just starting to turn the screw again. You're starting to feel the wave after wave of pressure, and Celtic need to ride this storm, but they could possibly look to counter here. The referee waves away the appeals, and let's play continue as Rogic now tries to play it in towards Klamala, but hucked away again by the goalkeeper. 65 minutes gone, and still we are just the one goal in it. And this is turning into a trickier task than many were expecting, as Jovetic, lovely turn there. Chance to shoot, surely. He's delayed, and he lets the challenge come in. You felt he should have pulled the trigger, and the chance goes away, Harry.
Yeah, great challenge, really, because he was just waiting for one of the defenders to commit, and then he would slide the ball through, of course, to the man who would have been then open. So if you're sliding in like that on Jovetic, you obviously have to make sure you get the ball, and well, it could be a very, very interesting final 20 in-game minutes here, because Celtic, they've grown into this second half, but they're just trying to force it a little bit too much here. A few mistakes creeping in here and there, and you can't afford to do that too often.
It just goes to show, looking at that league table, how important a win is. Of course, when you have two matches in a singular game match, it would be 3 points would be crucial. But when you have the chance for two, they're already sat above Bayern Munich and Juventus at this moment in time, just from one game. So if they could win a second after this, they would be in a real healthy position at the top of the table. But we know this game is far from over. They need that crucial cushion of a second goal. The second cushion, a third goal, of course, hooked away though. Throw in towards that near post, headed away. They've defended pretty well in this second half, Celtic, as the ball pinballs around. A few panic moments there, and he almost got in there. But Gelson Martins can bring the ball away. What does Celtic need to do here, Harry, as it goes through to the goalkeeper? Referee's given a free kick. Well, no, offside, of course. Harry, what do they need to do, Celtic?
I keep relying on Horcha's amazing defensive performances so far. Two key clearances and a manual save that I've seen from him so far have kept this a competitive fixture for Celtic. I think if you can build on that, obviously, maybe start committing a few more bodies forward, maybe you can find a bit of success. Just take a look at the radar, though, on that far side. There is a man wide open. If they can find him, this could be a real chance.
Left foot shot. Oh, it's gone just wide of the target. And it looked, for all the world to see, that was going to nestle in the top left-hand side of that onion bag. but it's gone the wrong side of the post. The goalkeeper looked like he lost his footing there, and he was in no man's land, and that would have been a simple goal there, but it's gone the wrong side of the post, and 8 minutes remaining, and it's a little bit nervy now for Monaco.
It is, and this is the kind of element of their game we didn't really usually see, them seeing out games. So again, if I'm Celtic, I keep trying to feed off these scraps and maybe force the issue.
Obviously, good performances all round today. The two standouts for me from here would probably be Jorka and Kills You as well. I think for both sets of teams, they've taken the game by the scruff of the neck at times, and Kills You just picking up those little pockets in and around the edge of the area and finding players off him, as we just listened to some of the players.
Okay.
And of course, Jorka for his defensive abilities, Harry.
He's been really tremendous, and it was very similar to what we saw out of them last season. Let's have a listen to what Celtic have to say. In fact, nope, looks like they are ready to go once more. He was so solid for Celtic defensively, and it allowed Dominator and Indajawa last season to attack, knowing that they had a solid defensive player behind them. But, well, it's do or die time soon. We saw them just shove a couple of players further up the pitch. Now's the time, the final 5 minutes, to get a goal, to maybe snatch a result here in an unlikely scenario here for Celtic FC.
Indeed. As it's played down the left-hand side, will they stick or twist here, Monaco? Will they keep it in the corner? Well, you've got your answer. Seasoned professionals here, just ticking down that clock. As Ben Yedder gives the ball away, but it's won back. And now this is last chance saloon for Celtic to salvage a point from this match. He's in. If the flag stays down, it doesn't. It's raised just a hair's breadth the wrong side. He was in on goal, Harry, and that was the moment that could have meant everything for Celtic.
The assistant flag saving AS Monaco. He would have been clean through. That could have been a real chance to snatch something. I think there is no more time left for a Celtic goal, but we'll see. Good result from AS Monaco.
Yeah, and they could add the cherry on the top of the cake here as it pinballs around. A chance to score the third goal. Still can't get it over the line. Hacked away. The referee brings the game to an end. And we have our first victory of Matchday 1. And it comes from, well, you guessed it, one of the firm favourites, AS Monaco. But Harry, that only tells half of the story. It simply wasn't that easy, was it?
It's what we come to expect in terms of the points tally so far for AS Monaco, but you're right, it was not easy by any stretch of the imagination. Just taking a look at Horta especially, tremendous defensive performance, really, really well done. But also Kills You, very well-rounded attacking-wise, just didn't have that much defending to do. That young man there on your screen did so well last season, stepping into AS Monaco, who had so much high expectations on their shoulders, on his shoulder especially, slotting into the reigning champions. But, well, he opens their tally for the season as Maccabeal chimes in 5 in-game minutes later, and it's the 3 points for AS Monaco. They go to the top of the league as it stands. A really solid performance. But Celtic, I think, as well, considering they have 2 debutants in the eFootball.Pro League, that's not a bad showing from them either. I think that will just give them a bit of confidence going forward, gives them a bit of a landing pad and something to spring from going into the rest of the season. And of course, there's game 2.
Of course, there is game 2, and it was a slow start from Celtic. But of course, for large periods, 60, 65 minutes or so, they more than held their own. And you mentioned Georgia many times and how, successful he was defensively, but you feel there's a little bit more to his game. You feel there's that sort of, they look to him a little bit, possibly because he has that history in the game, then new to the competition, and you feel he's their leader, their captain, Harry?
The animated frustration there from Horcha on the left-hand side of the screen. Has experience in the league, of course, was Matchday 5 MVP last season, the final match day before play was suspended because of the global health situation. You do look to those types of players, of course. The only surviving Celtic player from the squad that played in the league last season. So you do look to him to kind of lead the charge. And, well, he scored Celtic's goal and, of course, did a tremendous defensive shift as well. So hopefully he can lead the charge here once again.
Absolutely. So Monaco starting the second game, how they ended the first formation-wise, and the same for Celtic. We've got the flying four shifted out towards that left-hand side for AS Monaco. Might not be something that's necessarily well used in the world of football, but it seems to be working very well for Monaco, and more something we're used to from Celtic, the 4-4-2, the diamond. What does that bring, Harry, to the proceedings, playing that diamond formation?
Well, of course, it's a bit of a stark contrast, isn't it, to the four men up top that you have for AS Monaco. It's slightly more defensive. Of course, you have that defensive midfielder protecting the back four, but it's not that dissimilar from sort of a conventional 4-3-3 with the attacking midfielder obviously joining the two strikers. So the kits have switched around. We'll see if that helps out Celtic in any way. Just sort of grasping at straws here, really. But yeah, the 4-4-2 diamond can certainly help you string together passages of play on the counter-attack thanks to those three men connecting up top.
Absolutely. So it is Celtic kicking from right to left in their away strip, and AS Monaco in the red and white kicking from left to right. Can Celtic turn the tides and grab 3 points, or even get off the mark with a point in this second game, as Henderson tries the right foot shot? It's up and over the top, and Harry, take us away.
Yeah, half chance really from Celtic to start off the game. That will give them a bit of confidence and a bit more impetus, and maybe a bit of a statement of intent from them as well. I believe it was Paternegra joining his fellow countryman Horcha on the squad, who had the half chance. But well, opening 5 minutes, first half chance going to Celtic. Oh, there's a tackle there from Duffy. Celtic so far, of course, after losing that first match, now have nothing to lose. Here is Duffy once again. Cleared out by Lotfi. Good opening 10 minutes by the Scottish club. Long throw, looking for Edouard. It's not been dealt with so far by Monaco, and there's a strike. Just threatened to nestle in the back of the net, looped over the goalkeeper, but he handles it well in the end. And now a real chance perhaps to take a look at AS Monaco's attacking work rate. It's no-nonsense defending by Celtic. That's what you have to do against this type of team, but the ball comes straight back at them here. Goalkeeper comes and claims. You do just wonder what the expectations are for Celtic this season, with the new players, Umbi and Paternegra. They seem to have found their feet here early on in the season in a very tough fixture. And in the opening 15 minutes, it's been very much one-way traffic. Here is Henderson now. Looking for that overlap on the right-hand side. They've gone the other way. It's Edouard. The captain, Horcha, with the strike. It will be parried around for the second corner of the game here for Celtic. And that was a real chance. If that strike finds the corner or either side of the goalkeeper, maybe we see a very different resolution.
Don't select Duffy, okay? I bind to myself with Duffy, but don't select you, okay?
Okay.
Il se passe mal en attaquant.
Oh, you heard the call there from Horcha. Don't select Duffy. Look out for Sean Duffy. He will be the target man here. There he is on the 6-yard box. Oh, great save. Right at him in truth. There's Maccabeal with the clearance. Still coming forward here for Celtic. They are well and truly in the ascendancy. Here is Forrest. Look at that. Henderson is offside. I wondered why he was so wide open. The offside trap playing its part, maybe a little bit sluggish to get back from the corner. Forest now.
Okay, press.
Edouard trying to find his
Cover me.
teammate there in the centre. You can hear the communication in English from Celtic FC. It's great to hear.
Edward. De abajo. No he podido. Falta. Falta.
Short pass.
Yes, I think.
So 25 minutes gone here.
Short
AS Monaco
pass,
0, Celtic 0. And it's a chance for Celtic to possibly go for goal here. They've bossed large periods of this second game as Connell plays it off early. That's a really poor free kick, a wasted opportunity, and now AS Monaco can counter. But they've run the ball out of play. Harry, really promising from Celtic though.
Much better so far, isn't it, from Celtic? I mean, Monaco haven't really had the attacking influence that we come to expect from them, and it's Celtic coming forward here again.
Hack downfield, up towards the halfway line. Now Pellegrini has the overlap here, but doesn't use him yet. Now he does. Back to Pellegrini though. Now in towards Volland. Again, Lotfi this time picking up that number 10, that cam position that works so well for them, but it's run out of play in the end for a goal kick. And much like the second 45 minutes of the first match, it's really even and not really anything of note in terms of chances. That was a very, very aggressive challenge there. The referee penalising the Celtic man. And Celtic have bossed possession here, Harry.
Lost the chances as well. They look the more likely to score so far. AS Monaco have not looked their sharpest in this first half. And if I'm Celtic, I try and capitalise off of that. But there's a chance here now for Monaco maybe to get a goal.
Just a toe the wrong side. What I was going to say was, is this when Monaco are at their most dangerous, Harry? Because when they're under the cosh, they're more than happy to dig in and possibly play the not so beautiful side of the game, and then they hit you where it hurts. Very simple.
Well, we saw it in the previous game, in game one, didn't we? The bit of gamesmanship, games management, we call it, just running the clock down. But if I'm Celtic, I'd try and push the pace in this first half. AS Monaco starting to get the ball back a little bit more. That's going to be warning signs for the Scottish club, and I try and get the goal. I try and get the reward for the better possession, the better chances you've created against the Monegasque side, and they have a chance here in the final third.
Well, Edouard just really starting to come into the game now. It's a poor pass from Connell though, and again it's a chance to counter, and this is where Monaco are so dangerous with that formation. All four of them on that left-hand side. The overlap's on. Can he play it back into the window? Pellegrini, chance to get the shot away, surely. Just brilliant defending in the end from Celtic to hold up the play, but they recycle possession out towards the edge of the area and finally clear downfield. That was really, really good defending from Celtic, and now they have the chance to counter themselves out towards this right-hand side. El Hamid plays it back towards Edouard. One back, though, by Pavlovic, and Pellegrini is penalised, or it might have gone the other way. It's a free kick for Monaco, and brilliant defending, Harry.
Yeah, really nice defending from Celtic. They've got a bit more to do, though, in this first half, as the ball might ricochet through, but that will be the end of the first half. And to be honest with you, not a single shot registered from AS Monaco. I can't remember the last time I saw that in a half of eFootball PES from the Monegasque club. And very, very, I keep using the word interesting. It's intriguing, the mentality of this match, how evenly poised it is. Celtic really started to grow in confidence, obviously, with the two new players, Umbi and Patanegra, of course, stepping in to the Glasgow club. And they've played a blinder so far in this game too. They've set themselves up perfectly for potentially a result.
Yeah, eyebrows were certainly raised when the Celtic trio were pretty much reformed. But in this toughest of starts here in the brand new season of eFootball.Pro, they have delivered on the hardest stage. A truly impressive first day's performance, but they would of course like points to go with it. They are 45 minutes or so away from getting at least a point on the board, but what a statement of intent to get all three here, Harry.
Yeah, there is maybe a chance here for Celtic, actually. It's a half volley on the edge of the box, goes straight out the keeper. But we spoke earlier, didn't we, about Bayern Munchen and Juventus drawing. All of a sudden, if Monaco drop points to Celtic, a team that you certainly wouldn't expect them to drop points to, that result isn't looking too bad for both of those clubs.
Volland trying to twist and turn away from the challenge, but hooked away. And Celtic, 76% possession, 76% passing accuracy, should I say, which is pretty impressive against a very good AS Monaco outfit, as we keep mentioning. But it's back in towards the danger area. Real chance here for AS Monaco! And Volland turns it home. Captain fantastic. And just when you thought Celtic might just do the unthinkable, they find themselves behind, Harry.
It's Uzmak Abil, the three-time world champion. When regular season play finished last season, top 3 in goals scored, number 1 in goals assisted. And he breaks the deadlock here. And again, it's like you say, just as we were speaking about maybe Celtic nicking a point here, they now have a lot of work to do. And it's as we said before, once Monaco get that first goal, it's very difficult to stop them getting a second and maybe a third. So now we're really going to see what Celtic are made of in the defensive area of the game. And of course, going forward as well, if they want any form of points from this fixture.
Straight through the middle. A tactic we saw them use last season many, many times. Uzmak now with 2 goals to his name. Of course, MVPs and best goals will be selected, ready for Matchday 2. What's going through the Celtic players' minds now, Harry, after a great start?
Well, you could hear them there just talking over what substitutions they want to make. It's intriguing, actually, to hear them communicating in English. Obviously, Horcha and Patenegra, the 2 Spaniards, and then Umbi from Italy. So I suppose English would be the language they know the most, apart from the Spanish vamos, of course. I'm sure Umbi will pick that one up throughout the season. Means let's go, and they need to go now.
It's almost universal now, that word, in every country, as Christie now has the chance to play it up towards Kilmala. Hacked away. Referee waves away a few appeals there from Celtic. In fact, a free kick has gone the other way. A few of the Celtic fans there that have been allowed back into the stadium felt that might have gone the other way.
Yeah, I think Horcha and the other Celtic players feel like they're playing well here. They feel they can get a result out of this game, at least. That's what they were saying to each other just then. There's a mistake, though. And a save.
Oh, he should have scored. He should have scored, Harry. The ball got played in down this right-hand side, and he should have gone far post, surely. The whole goal was open.
The goal was
put it straight at the
gaping.
goalkeeper.
Absolutely. Yeah, right at the near post, especially when you have Horcha moving the goalkeeper to cover that side. I mean, you're right, that far post was inviting, wasn't it? Tried to maybe fake out the Celtic keeper, but it's as you were.
Out towards the edge of the area. Grancier plays it. And it's almost turned home again from Jovetic, who's really starting to come into the game now, as he's got a free run here. And again, somehow, Jovetic can't scramble it home. And Barques, the goalkeeper, dives on the ball to make the save, but that's a mistake, and they're in again here. A terrible defensive error, but it's the wrong side of the post. A huge moment for AS Monaco, and it's a real get out of jail.
It is Pata Negra, the man who just almost gifted Monaco a second goal. He's going to learn very quickly throughout the year that you can't afford to give players that kind of chance at this level of play. He's very, very fortunate that we don't see AS Monaco now with double their lead. That was a big mistake.
70 minutes gone. We're as we were in the first match, just the one goal in it, and Celtic trying to claw that elusive equalising goal, but as a... Oh, that's a real mistake here, and Christie's in. It's 3-on-2. It's a real moment here for Celtic. Surely a chance to make it 1-1. He's chipped it across. He goes down. Penalty, surely. The referee has pointed to the spot, and it's a penalty to Celtic. Pavlovic has been booked, and it's a huge moment in the eFootball.Pro season in just match day 1, because this could give Celtic a huge point. Oh, it's gone wide. He saved it. An unbelievable save, Harry.
Horcha versus Kilsgu, and Kilsgu saves it. What an incredible save. It was a great penalty. Just guessed the right way, did Kilsgu. And of course, the problem for Celtic is that because of double jeopardy, there's still 11 men on the pitch for Monaco. So they did not get the man sent off. So what an incredible foul that was in the penalty area, in hindsight, that saves the goal.
Still on the attack though, Christie! Oh, it's gone wide of the post. He unleashed a shot from a full 25 yards, and it looked destined for the postage stamp. But it's gone wide. And talking of postage stamp, how much more could you get in the corner than that penalty, Harry? A tremendous stop from Kilsgu.
Yeah, I mean, you speak about nervy situations. Kilsgu, we said before, leading goal scorer before play was suspended last year. Well, he's showing his mettle in net as well. A real solid performance from him, and a point-saving save potentially come the end of this game.
So, just when the game looked like it might be starting to find a bit of a pattern, Celtic flew down that left-hand side after a defensive error like the mighty Ducks, and now they're in again here, and a real cynical foul there from AS Monaco. And this is real gamesmanship stuff now. The referee, how's he not given a free kick there, Harry? I'm not quite sure.
I'm surprised. I think that's a yellow at the very minimum, because Celtic had so many players forward. Another smart foul, it has to be said. It's not pretty, but it gets the job done here for Monaco. That's why they're two-time champions. You may not approve of it, but it's going to get them this result with only 3 minutes left to go, unless Celtic have something magical up their sleeves.
Down the right-hand side, a chance to seal it here for AS Monaco. They've got the ball where they need it, and that is in the corner, and they are facing, with just 1 minute to go, the opportunity of 6 huge points at the start of the eFootball.Pro new season. And, I mean, they've been asked some serious questions by this Celtic team. But as things stand, this will be a hugely impressive 6 points under the circumstances. And again, that game management that we talk about from AS Monaco, once they go ahead, they are so hard to break down, as the ball is still in French possession and Celtic territory down this right-hand side, still in the area of where they want it with just 1 minute remaining. Now they break in towards the area, and the referee, we thought was going to blow the final whistle, but it's a free kick for an offside, but that's surely it. Just seconds remaining. It's pumped downfield. Last chance saloon here for Celtic. They can't get on the end of the punt. And in a game that looked like Celtic could and possibly should have got something from this. They leave empty-handed, but Harry, really, really impressive performance from them.
Yeah, you can see from the stats there flashing up for just a moment how many more chances they had, most of them coming in the opening 30